For most of human history, we have viewed ourselves as the dominant species, apex predators at the top of every food chain. But nature has always harbored silent challengers, creatures that, under the right circumstances, turn the hunter into prey. In this documentary, we explore the most dangerous man-eating animals to have ever stalked the earth, not through survivor stories, but through the terrifying biology and behaviors that lead certain species to hunt and devour humans. Let's begin with the Bengal tiger, one of the most feared and iconic predators. Bengal tigers are not inherently man-eaters, but when injury, age, or scarcity of prey sets in, they adapt, and humans become the easiest target. Capable of killing in total silence, with night vision 6 times stronger than ours, and the bite force to crush a buffalo's spine, the tiger is a perfect killer. In regions like the Sundarbans mangroves, hundreds of attacks have been recorded as tigers become used to human scent, schedules, and movement patterns. Even more terrifying is their intelligence. Some man-eating tigers began to understand village layouts, attack times when men worked the fields, and retreat before counterattacks could be mounted. When a tiger turns man-eater, it does not lose its instincts. It sharpens them for a new kind of prey. Then there's the Nile crocodile, an ancient predator with the patience of stone and the explosiveness of lightning. These creatures can reach over 1,000 pounds, lie motionless for hours, and launch themselves at the riverbank with terrifying speed. Every year, hundreds of people vanish near African waterways, with only torn clothing or bloodied buckets left behind. Crocodiles do not chew. They drag, drown, twist, and swallow. They often return to the same fishing spots, learn human patterns, and some even attack boats by slamming their armored bodies beneath them. The difference between a normal crocodile and a man-eater is not just hunger. It is learned opportunity. When a croc kills once and is not punished, it will kill again. From the water to the trees, we encounter the leopard, a ghost-like predator that may be the stealthiest man-eater of all. Leopards are smaller than lions and tigers, but they're far more adaptable to human environments. In India and Africa, man-eating leopards have been known to slip into villages, leap through windows, and steal victims while they sleep. Their attacks often go unnoticed until a trail of blood leads out the door and into the dark. Some develop a preference for humans after feeding on unburied corpses from disease outbreaks or war zones, learning the taste of flesh before they ever learn the fear of humans. Unlike lions, leopards do not roar to declare dominance. They hunt in silence, kill in shadows, and vanish like ghosts. Perhaps no man-eating animal is more mythologized than the African lion. Though majestic and social, lions are still opportunistic predators. In times of drought, famine, or illness, lions may turn to easier prey, us. The infamous Tsavo lions of Kenya stopped an entire railroad project by killing dozens of workers. These lions didn't just attack, they adapted. At first, only one lion would enter camp, dragging a sleeping man into the bush. But later, both lions would raid the tents together, increasing their kill rate. Human bones were found across the savannah, some buried, some left in the open, and all pointing to a new behavioral pattern. Once a lion learns the vulnerability of human prey, it may choose not to forget. Now shift your gaze to the water again, but this time, the ocean, home of the great white shark. While statistically rare, great white shark attacks are among the most violent and horrifying. These apex marine predators detect blood from miles away and can launch themselves from the depths at speeds exceeding 35 kilometers per hour. When sharks bite, it is often to test, but when they attack repeatedly, they reveal something darker: territorial aggression, mistaken identity, or in rare cases, learned behavior. Some individual sharks have been linked to multiple fatal attacks in the same region, returning seasonally, tracking prey near surf zones. In murky water, a swimmer is a silhouette. To a shark, it may look like a seal, but the results are the same. The bite is real, the blood is real, and the fear echoes across the shorelines for generations. Moving inland, we find one of the strangest predators on this list, the sloth bear. Unlike most bears, the sloth bear has poor eyesight, high aggression, and unpredictable behavior. Found across the Indian subcontinent, these bears have killed hundreds in unprovoked attacks, often targeting the face and head. What makes sloth bears so deadly is their fearlessness. When startled or surprised, they don't flee, they attack. Some sloth bears have entered villages, killed adults and children alike, and returned days later. Their claws are long, their temper is short, and their unpredictability makes them more dangerous than a tiger in some regions. Another lesser-known but highly feared animal is the saltwater crocodile, Earth's largest living reptile. Found from northern Australia to Southeast Asia, this species is responsible for more human deaths in some regions than sharks and lions combined. Saltwater crocs can grow up to 7 meters long and weigh over 1,200 kilograms. They are ambush predators, attacking from rivers, beaches, and even ocean shallows. These crocodiles do not fear humans. In fact, in parts of Papua New Guinea, entire fishing communities have been wiped out due to repeated croc attacks. One terrifying trait: saltwater crocs, remember, they learn which paths humans take to collect water and lie in wait, not for minutes, but for days. Then there's the polar bear, a symbol of the Arctic, yet capable of shocking aggression. With climate change melting sea ice, polar bears are moving inland, searching for food. Starving bears have been reported entering villages in northern Canada and Russia, stalking garbage dumps, killing sled dogs, and in some cases, hunting humans. What makes polar bears different from other bears is their true carnivory. They eat meat and only meat. When their usual prey, seals, vanish, they turn to land and to whatever they find moving. In remote Arctic towns, people carry rifles not for wolves or moose, but for polar bears. Finally, we end with the Komodo dragon, a prehistoric lizard with venomous saliva, razor-sharp teeth, and enough patience to stalk prey for hours after a single bite. Found only on a few Indonesian islands, the Komodo dragon is known to hunt deer, buffalo, and yes, humans. With a bite that releases toxins to thin blood and prevent clotting, victims often collapse from shock and blood loss long before they can escape. In some documented cases, Komodo dragons have stalked human visitors to the islands, attacked children, and even dug up graves to feed. These dragons don't need to chase. They wait, they infect, and they consume. What unites all these animals across species, continents, and environments is not evil. It is adaptation. Injury, hunger, habitat loss, or sheer opportunity turns them into what we call man-eaters. But to them, it's survival. When we enter their territories, unprepared, we become just another prey item. Understanding these creatures is not just about fear, it's about respect. Because long before we built fences and rifles, We were just another animal on the savannah. And to some predators, we still are.